Here we go, Sitrep operators, off into the wild blue yonder with another episode of the Sitrep podcast. I am your host, Oriskany Jim, and today I am joined by my better half, the lovely Miss Glades Runner herself. Miss Jennifer, how you doing?
Aw, why thank you. That's so
Oh
sweet.
my god, he's such a gentleman in public. You should see him behind closed doors later.
Somebody's trying to get some tonight.
Oh, hey, family stream. No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm in Oreo cookies and ice cream, right? That's what we're talking about.
There you go. Okay, everybody. So we're back, obviously, for another episode here on our Sunday War Game content. What we're going to do today is take a look at some of the very first fighter versus fighter combat that we saw in Korea in 1950. Now, it's important to quickly note both sides did have fighters during World War II. But it was definitely the British and the Germans who had operational jet squadrons in service in combat in World War II. They just never happened to meet and have an actual, dogfight or an aerial battle of any kind. The first time that would actually happen would have to wait until late 1950, when North Korean, I know you can't see me on camera, but I'm doing air quotes, North Korean MiG-15s would tangle up with first American P-80 Shooting Stars and F-84 fighters, where they were doing a lot better. The MiG-15 was a damn good aircraft, and it was kicking the crap out of these other American Air Force fighter jets. They were straight-wing fighter jets, the P-80 and I believe the F-84. It wasn't until the Americans emergency deployed, they saw what was happening, and they kind of shit a chicken. And then they emergency deployed 3 squadrons of the new F-86 Sabre. That's America's first, to my knowledge, operational swept-wing jet fighter over to Korea, and they started tangling up with these MiG-15s. That the kill ratio began to level out. The 12-to-1 number that we all hear in Top Gun is absolutely not true. The American kill ratio in Korea never got close to 12-to-1. And versus the MiG-15, it never broke 2-to-1. In fact, against pilots that we suspect or pretty much have confirmed were Soviet pilots, the number went down to as low as 1.3-to-1. That's not even the 3-to-1 that they quote in the movie for Vietnam. 1.3-to-1. It was pretty damned even. The MiG-15 was in many ways a superior aircraft. Sometimes the Americans had superior pilots, sometimes they didn't. Because again, we're talking about Russian pilots here that were undercover, not really supposed to be involved in the Korean War, but everyone knows they were. The point of this whole preamble is that we're going to have a very, very even heads-up, 4-on-4, 2 pair on each side, heads-up dogfight here in Wessex Games System AirWar C21 by Wessex Games. So a very quick look at the background. This is the Korean War in the very broad strokes. It's tough to find a map of the Korean War that shows where the lines were, because this is one of those wars, folks, where the lines went from the Chinese border down to what they call the Pusan perimeter and back again. The entire Korean peninsula, which is supposedly divided 50-50 between North and South, was 95%, 5% occupied by one side or the other at multiple times during the course of this conflict. This was a real kind of a seesaw battle that lasted for, it technically lasted for 3 years, but most of the air quote interesting part of the Korean War is really in that first year. June 25th, 1950, North Korea invades South Korea, and everyone kind of, freaks out and starts sending in reinforcements. And then by the end of that next summer, by the end of July 1951, the lines have pretty much stabilized. Ceasefire negotiations kept breaking down. The war never really moved around very much after that. There was still some horrific battles going on. Heartbreak Ridge still happened. Pork Chop Hill still happened. There were some really, really bad battles that were still to come. But the lines never really changed very much. And another part of the war that never really changed its location, at least to a great extent, was what they called MiG Alley. So MiG Alley, of course, MiG stands for Mikhail Gorovich. That's the design bureau in the former Soviet Union that builds all these planes. So the shorthand term for a Soviet aircraft is called a MiG, even though half the time they're not MiGs. They're Sukhois, they're Tupolevs, they're Yakovlevs, there's all kinds of different manufacturers. That would be like if you called every American fighter a General Dynamics, or a McDonnell Douglas, or a Mad Dog. If you called every American fighter a Mad Dog. Well, there are some McDonnell Douglas fighters out there. There are some Grumman fighters out there. There are some General Dynamics fighters out there. Fairchild makes the A-10. You know, there's all kinds of different stuff. But anyway, Top Gun wasn't a documentary, says Cotton Candy US. I know the point they were trying to make there, and this is something that does relate to our game that we're going to have here today, is the Korean War was, at least in the air, was almost exclusively a gunfight. The air-to-air missile hadn't really been invented yet. They were playing with it. They were experimenting with some things, but the guided air-to-air missile was not really a thing in the early 1950, when MiG Alley really was famous, or infamous, I should say. And so you had no choice. You had to go down to guns, and we'll get into the guns that these two aircraft carry in just a second. And then, of course, by the time Vietnam comes around, everyone has invented the guided air-to-air missile, and everyone said, oh, guns are obsolete, because you can just push a button and kill your enemy from, 20 miles away. Your missiles never miss, except the real world doesn't work that way. Before you know it, you really are in a dogfight, just like the Battle of Britain, of all things. And, you have to get those gunnery skills out again. And, the Navy realized that their pilots did not have the gunnery skills, and the kill ratio really did fall. Now, the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Air Force's kill ratio was pretty high in Korea. That's just with a lot of the other crap that the North Koreans, Chinese, and Russians were putting in the air. When it came down to these two fighters, the ones that are famous, the MiG-15 and the F-86 Sabre are almost perfectly matched. If anything, the MiG-15 is a smidge better. And trust me, that it hurts to say, but they were hurriedly improving the F-86 Sabre. You see, we're looking at the F-86A. The F-86D was what they were finally rolling out at the end of 1953, when the Korean War was just finally winding down. And according to U.S. Air Force testimony, U.S. Air Force pilots, this is the first time they felt like they really had a better plane than the MiG-15. They had to go through 4 more variants before they felt like they really caught up to the MiG-15. MiG-15 has 2 big advantages over the F-86 Sabre, which we'll get into in just a second. So the overall kill ratio for Air Force, and especially, again, at Top Gun they're talking about Navy, so it's going to be a different data bucket, might be a little higher or lower. I don't think it was 12-1, but it was pretty high. However, when it got down to U.S. Air Force F-86 Sabres, which to my knowledge is not a carrier-based aircraft, so that means that the Navy was never flying F-86 Sabres, to my knowledge, which means they never went up against MiG-15s, because trust me, the second you saw a MiG-15, you ran for your friggin' life. Because if you weren't in an F-86 Sabre, you stood no chance. So that Navy kill ratio might have been really high, but when it came to the Sabre versus a Soviet-piloted MiG-15, the kill ratio fell as low as 1.3-1. Cool. Alright, so anyway, MiG Alley is this little parallelogram, roughly shaped area here in northwestern Korea. This is where MiG intensity was always really high. Again, MiG being kind of shorthand for Soviet combat aircraft. This is where most of the bridges of the Yalu River are. The Yalu River forms the border between North Korea and China. So all the support that China was sending, and then later when the Chinese army actually got involved in November 1950, that's the famous Chinese offensive that leads to the Battle of Chosin Reservoir and everything else. But anyway, those are the bridges that they're coming across. So air support was really high over there. We also had Antung was the big MiG base. So whenever you flew anywhere near that little trapezoid there, or not trapezoid, that little parallelogram there, you were running across some MiGs. So U.S. Air Force pilots very, very quickly started calling this area MiG Alley, whenever you came into this little stretch of the woods, you were running across some MiGs, and watch out. Kimpo is an air base that I think is still there today. This is where most of the American jets, American Air Force jets, not Navy, everybody else, U.S. Air Force jets were fighting, or were based out of Kimpo. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it on your screen here. These little divots here in the side of the fuselage, there's 1, 2, 3 of them. Those are muzzle ports for 50 caliber machine guns. The Americans, yes, again, it pains me to say, we're still using machine guns in the jet age. I don't know what anyone was thinking. I mean, it was very early in the jet age. We were still using F4U Corsairs in Korea. We were still using P-51 Mustangs in Korea to some success. So the day of the turboprop hadn't completely passed, but yeah, man, I mean, we're still using machine guns in a jet fighter. Half the time the jet fighter goes faster than the 50 caliber bullet, especially after 1,000 meters or so. When you get into a jet, especially when your planes are this much bigger and your planes have this much more thrust and load bearing capacity and things like that, you're able to carry a much bigger weapon. And the Russians, I think, clued that in a little bit faster than we did, because here in the little underneath the chin of the MiG-15, we see the cannon. There are 2 cannon on the MiG-15, 2 23mm automatic cannon. These aren't great automatic cannon. These aren't like the Vulcans we have in today's fighters. So the Russian planes in this game are going to have bigger guns. The American planes are going to have more guns and more ammo. They're just relative pea shooters compared to the Soviet weapons, but they do have more of them. Conversely, the MiG-15 by the end of Korea came out with the MiG-15B, and that added on top of these 2 23mm weapons under the chin a gun pod with a 37mm automatic cannon. So yeah, the Russians were definitely winning the race as far as guns on the aircraft go. Speaking of which, here are the 2 planes that we have in today's game. They have the same stall speed, they have the same maximum speed, same power rating, same acceleration, same deceleration. Here's the first big advantage. The MiG-15 turns tighter. The MiG-15 is more maneuverable than the F-86 Sabre. Big time. So keep an eye out for that. You notice the MiG-15 also has a bigger gun, 4D6 versus 3D6. Here's the big disadvantage. The MiG-15 runs out of ammo after pretty much 2 squeezes of the trigger. We'll get into the rules as the game begins, but when it says 6 ammo points, you can spend 3 ammo points on a single gun burst. So that's on like on a full hold the hammer down, I'm firing, I really want to kill this guy, I'm really close, I finally got a good shot. You're going to use up 3 ammunition points on that. And that means that the MiG-15s really only have 2 squeezes on the trigger, whereas the F-86s can shoot all week. Because again, 50 caliber guns, 6 of them, I can fire guns, or the F-86 can fire guns much longer. After that, they're pretty much the same. The F-86 is a little easier to spot, but we don't really use the spotting rules. They have the same load-bearing points. They came out at about the same time. The MiG-15 does have a hazardous ejection seat, so there will be a -1 on the ejection rules for those pilots. And the F-86 is better in a dive, probably because it's bigger and heavier. So the F-86 will have a +1 advantage on certain maneuvers that result in a drop in altitude. So that's going to be a split S and an unload. Everyone remembers the maneuver charts from previous episodes. And again, here's our game kind of set up. Now this is our usual map, our 96-inch by... our 60-inch by 96-inch map. So this would be a, what is that, a 8x5 table? Yep, a 5x8 table if each grid here was an inch, which again, AirWar C21 is normally a miniatures game, but for the moment we're going to go ahead and play this on a virtual tabletop. This is kind of what the board would look like though. This is an aerial map of the Kangjing area. Kangjing is a town in North Korea right about there. We showed where it was on the map. It's pretty much right there, near the entrance to MiG Alley. So it's June 1951. The last big Chinese offensives in central Korea are finally starting to bog down, and the Americans and the United Nations are trying to push the Chinese back to roughly the 38th parallel, so that we can start to negotiate it into the war from a position of strength. So meanwhile, there's a lot of air fighting going on to make sure that this UN counteroffensive gets off to a good head of steam. That air offensive is, of course, met by MiG-15 fighter sweeps, and that brings us to today's game. So, Jen, did you want to play the Russians in this, or I should say, the North Koreans? Wink, wink. Do you want to play the Russians?
Yes, I'll be playing the Russian pilots flying on the side of the North Koreans.
Okay, comrade. You are here in socialist solidarity with your North Korean comrades. Democratic Korean People's Air Force. Alright, you can set up anywhere in the red area.
Oh, take me right down to that corner.
Alright.
The bottom right.
You are going to be very aggressive today.
Yes, I am Russian. We close fast. We shoot.
We shoot with our bigger guns.
Shovels don't work in MiGs.
We are totally compensating for something. Typical man. Have a great big gun, shoots once and it's done. Doesn't really last very long. Alright, you know what? Just for fun. Americans coming in 2-pair like that. Alright. Everybody here is a good pilot. Again, we're a year deep into the war. We're in June 1951. The war's been going on for at least a year. All these pilots probably have at least some combat time. It also makes the game run a little bit smoother. So, cool. We'll go ahead and start off with some initiatives. D10s for initiative. Let me get one more.
Do I need 4?
Yeah, 1 D10 for each fighter, please. Alright, 7, 10, 4, and 9.
So I've got 1, 4, 7, 9.
10, 4, 9. Sorry, I was reading my numbers. What was that again?
I got 1, 4, 7, 9.
I should make these numbers a little bigger so I can read them better. Okay, the worst initiative is MiG number 1. So MiG number 1, what is your entry speed? Anywhere between 4 and 11.
Let's go 9.
Okay. Oh, I didn't do that right. All right, let's start to do this correctly. All right. 4.5. Any turns?
Yes. 45 degrees towards the Americans.
Can you do 45 degrees? I believe you. Which Americans, north or south?
South Americans.
Okay. High maneuverability. And then another 4.5. Actually, with these slow planes, I can probably do all the maneuvers with the turning wheel. The turning wheel also has 6 inches measured out on it. Little hash marks on the radial rays, whatever you call that. All right, cool. Any changes in speed?
Nope.
Okay, next worst initiative is we have 2 4s. Sabre number 3. I'll go ahead and go first.
Okay.
I'm declaring an 11. 5.5. I only have medium maneuverability, so I can only turn to the M. 5.5. And then any more turns? Actually, no, I'm fine. So it's half a turn, half of your move. I should say half your movement, make a turn. Half your movement, make a turn.
Hey, Dennis Cross.
Oh, check it out. What's going on, Dennis? All right, now you're number 4. That is MiG number 2. MiG 1's wing 1.
Put him on the wing of MiG number 1.
Same speed.
Yep.
Then we have 2 7s. Oh man. All right.
Tiebreaker?
No, it's fine. I mean, this early in the game, I had a little bit of a longer introduction than I liked, so let me just go ahead and get things going. All right, your number 7 is MiG number 3.
All
this
right.
is the leader of your second pair.
Send MiG number 3, speed 11, up 45 degrees.
So that's going to be 5.5. Oops. Come on, dummy. Now you can turn to the H's.
Yep.
All right, any more turns once you get there?
Not yet.
All right. All right, then we have, oh man, we have 2 9s.
My wingman's just gonna go with my wingman. Just put the other MiG with the guy who just moved. Dennis Cross is rooting against me.
Well, yeah, he always roots for the Americans. So, again, you guys probably already know this, but just in case, the little blue dot in the center of the aircraft shows its approximate location. It shows its exact location. The plane is, of course, wildly out of scale with the actual terrain. Each grid is roughly half a mile. These planes are not flying Star Destroyers.
Should say that's a big ass plane.
Yeah. So that's why we check the blue dot. All right. So even with these very close deployment zones, we may be puttering towards each other for a while. All right.
Not within range for anything.
No, not even close. This map again was drawn for much faster jets. With this small of a fighter area, we're going to be coming at us a little bit longer.
That's okay, it builds tension. Alrighty. Oh, slightly better. 1679.
I think I won on initiative. Alright, so where are your planes moving? Just to kind of get this show on the road.
Okay, my bottom 2.
Hello, Ben Johnson. I'm sorry, go ahead. Your bottom 2?
Bottom 2, move them forward at 11.
Yeah, we're going to be a little shorthand with the movement rate here, guys. Just until we get a little bit closer together. Because with this size map, the planes usually fly much faster, and they're launching missiles with ranges of 60 inches at each other by now. Here, we're going kind of slow because the maximum speed of these planes is just under Mach 1, 11 inches, and they don't have long-range weapons. All right, how about your upper fighters? Your second pair.
Move them forward half then turn 45 degrees again to the right and move them the other half.
Okay. She's trying to get me in a pincer here.
And both are going to cut down to 9.
Okay. Come on, man. So what they're doing is they're moving half their speed, then they're making a slight adjustment using their medium maneuverability to the north, and then pivoting back to the south at the end of their movement. So they're moving 11 inches and making two medium maneuverable turns. So I'm not moving them the full 11 inches, but I am sliding them to their intended vector a little bit. So if they were moving in a straight line, they would go all the 11, but since they're actually shifting a little, they're probably only going to move like 9.5, 10, along with that shift. Okay, I think we've kind of shorthanded enough. All your guys are down to 9 inches in speed. Mine are still going to be at 11, just for fun.
So now I wish I hadn't moved those top ones, but I declared it before you moved, so...
Well, I kind of won initiative.
I know.
Oh, wait, you said 9, sorry.
I'm down to 9 for all of them.
Alright, cool. So, like, technically beginning turn 3 now. Now we'll go do it the right way. So here are my 4 initiatives. Okay, now
God damn. You're rocking initiative.
Alright, hold on. Let me write down mine first. 1, 4, 8, and 9. Cool. Your 4 initiatives in order, please.
1, 5, 7, and 9.
Both of our leaders are like busy doing something else, man.
I don't know. Yeah,
they're busy talking trash over the radio.
I guess.
Hey, North Korean, wink, wink. Kim Jong bullshit.
Yeah, that dice getting swapped out. He just literally rolled a 1 every single roll.
You are clearly a Russian pilot. Don't even try to pretend that you're a damn... And the guy's coming back to you with Korean with a really bad accent. My name is Kim Jong, not receiving, please. Shh.
We're all fine here. How are you?
We're all fine here now. We're not Russians, we promise. Okay, comrade. The worst 2 pilots, okay, now we will actually have a quick tiebreaker, are our 2 1s. So I roll a 5.
And I roll a 7.
Cool, you win initiative. I have to go first with my leader. F-86 number 1. Okay, so we rolled initiative. Test for maneuvers. Oh, we were already supposed to declare our maneuvers ahead of time. Okay, I did not declare any maneuvers.
We just won't do any this time, because we didn't declare.
Yeah. Okay, you're MiG number 1. This guy right here. Okay, man. No worries. Come back whenever you can. We're trying to make this one kind of short, but with these weapons, who knows? We might be pinging at each other for a while. But yeah, we'll be happy to see you back whenever you come back. Thanks very much.
Okay. I've got to go forward before I can turn. I can't turn and then move, right?
No, you move half, then you make a turn, then you move your other half, and you can make another turn.
Okay. I can do that. Go forward half. I guess 4.5.
Okay.
Turn 45 degrees to the north.
Come right, 100. There you are. Or actually, that's come left, 110. Okay.
Go forward 4.5.
She's gonna overshoot. Oh, maybe not. Oh no! How
And
hard
turn
can you?
45 degrees.
Okay, now we gotta zoom in here. This gives me a chance to show off my little counters. How hard can she actually make this turn? I think she overshot me.
I might have.
Line it up perfectly with the plane. The little tail bubble, the little
Yeah, I think I did.
and you can turn up to H. Yep, that's kind of what I was hoping for. When you lose initiative in fighter combat, or in most fighter combat games, AirWar C21, I don't know if this works for X-Wing or Blood Red Skies or any kind of fighter type games. When you don't know what the enemy's going to do and you're kind of closing and you've lost initiative, turn into the enemy. That's a pretty good defensive tactic. It will cause him, almost in all cases, to overshoot. You won't get a shot, but he probably won't either. If you turn away from the enemy and now he gets to move, he's just going to get on your 6 then. And it's going to be weapons free on your ass then.
Okay. Next guy.